Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're back with another Weekend War stream. Hopefully the audio quality is better this time, and the lag is also going to be reduced, so making progress. As you can see from the score, we are really up against it right now, and they are saving a couple flags, it looked like. Who's got those flags? And he's watching to see what happens. Okay, so yeah, we're really up against it here. Okay, so it sounds like the audio quality sucks. Just give me 1 second, guys. If anyone else can let me know if the audio quality sounds bad, I'm going to try to get this figured out here. Does that sound any better? How does this audio sound, guys? Welcome, everyone. Okay, 1 sec, guys. Be right back. Okay, so I can't seem to figure out what is going on with the audio. Some people say it's good, some people say it's not so good. My goal is for it to be very good, so I think I'm going to have to keep playing around with this. For some reason, I'm just having bad luck with the streaming stuff. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Audio is grainy like last time. Some people don't seem to hear it that way, but yeah, I don't want to waste any more time because we actually have a chance of winning this war. So I apologize for the low quality audio, and that is something that I will continue working on. Okay, so was that 52? So I know there's a few 54s lurking in here since we need every point we can get. Okay, so this is a Minion war. So 53, we're going to come back to that one. Athena, here's a 54. And then we have blue tanks all around, and they've followed this same formation across the board. So what do I want to go with here? There's no buffs on the tank. Slow healers on the wing, so it's really just the center that's dangerous, so we want to stack colors against the center. So, are there any super dangerous blue tanks, if such a thing exists? One Krampus. So no, so I'm just going to start green here and just try to get these points. So that'll be my usual team. I put a few more emblems on Kingston because I had plenty of them lying around. And do we want to go with Proteus? Also got a third Gillen Bursty finished for the Rush Wars. Okay, so we can drop Magni pretty easily. Once we can take out these center three, we're going to be totally fine. There's no resurrection. So they're going to have minions. I have 3 strong minion teams. So that'll be good. Alright, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. We're going to jump into this first attack. We have a lot of ground to make up, and we need to execute perfection. So yeah, no pressure. Sorry to the people that it sounds like I'm calling in from prison or from a CB radio. Alright. Well, these last 3 look good. Okay. So, seems wise to try for this. Try for the purple diamond, and then if we don't get it, we've got, let's take these 4, and those 3 tiles I don't think are going to kill Magni, so I'm trying to think if I want to match them differently. So if I pop the Dragon Bomb, I'll hit him with 3 for sure, 2 purples, and then maybe a whole other green match. So I think that's probably my best bet here. If I match the greens, then I don't have that same chance of a cascade. So let's try that, see if we can get a little lucky. Nope. Oh, and he fucking kills Proteus. Alright. So now we need to get those greens matched. I'm just going to take the kill on Magni because we might get another green match afterwards, which we did. Okay. Order of operations is going to be Sartana next. I'd really like to start healing too. Alright, so the other ones are very slow. They're not very slow, but they're far behind on their mana generation, so we don't have a lot of greens on the board. Let's push it one more turn. See if we can get some more greens. Nope, okay. Whoa! Alright, do I kill her with Hansel or... What the hell? 60. I think I'm not going to kill her. I think I'm going to do this, and hope we get a purple in here. Shit. Well, we drove her attack debuff up pretty high. Give me a freaking purple match. Ha! Okay. Alright, I want to make sure that she gets her mana knocked back again. Okay. So this is looking okay. Let's do this. Alright. On my laptop, the graininess is much less noticeable. Well, that's good. We'll get this figured out soon. Thank you for all the good luck, well wishes. Okay, next step. Where's these other big juicy teams? Is this one of them? Nope. 51. Okay, Raphael, Freya. Not too many snipers. Okay, so that's going to be one of them. Just trying to think of what I want to do there. I have my, if you've been watching my latest videos, I have my favorite, and a Krampus without too many emblems. Interesting. I'm going to go here first, because I don't really fear this that much. And I want to bring a couple greens. Actually, I can do another full green team. just for the tile damage. So that would probably be Liana, Toxicandra, and Almer. Got a healer. Not into my minion teams yet. The other one I want to make sure I bring on this team is Onyx for the dispel on the tank. But I don't have any defense down for him. So I want to bring another healer. No, let's just bring another Proteus. Okay. But yeah, sorry, long tangent there. If you've been watching my if you've been watching my latest videos, I have my new favorite raiding team with the Gravemaker, Black Knight, Garnet, Freya, Bira, and I'm tempted to use that team again in here, but actually I definitely think I will, because that's a really awesome team. I love how he asked for a freaking purple matching gets a diamond. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, how do I feel about this team? It feels a little bit light on healing. There's a lot of firepower here. They're all going to have attack up. I think I need to go for an additional healer. And I don't feel fantastic about this team, but I don't feel bad about it. We should be able to take out Krampus early, as long as... Hey, I don't have enough mana control here for my liking. Well, we're going for it. Alright, yep, Uraeus will definitely make an appearance this war for sure. Okay, lots of purples, that's good. What can I make out of these purples? Wow. Lots of purples. So it's not going to matter whether I get the next level of Onyx, so let's save it. And start charging him up again. Yeah, we could use some greens here though. Where's my green diamond? Okay. This is looking a little sketchy for me. Alright, his buff is blocked, so I can dispel the attack up on any of these heroes. It would be smart to do that on Liana, because she's going to hit the hardest. The shot is not going to hit quite as hard. I also don't think I can kill her, unfortunately, with this hit. 775. I do have attack up, but oh yeah, she's got all those minions on her, so there's no way. She's at 1,000 HP. So let's do this side. Should kill Krampus. And see if we can get some sneaky greens here. I'm gonna play it safe again. Damn. Alrighty. This is getting close here, so I kind of want to save the greens just in case. Well, she can't wipe them all out. She could kill Ulmer though, which would be really bad. Crap. She's going to be more dangerous ultimately. See what we're left with. Oh, that was bad. Oh, Alrighty, what's going to help me the most? White Rabbit is going to go off soon. Not going to be able to cleanse that defense down. It'd be nice to kill Mitsuko. I want to get rid of this blue diamond too. So let's get rid of the diamond first. Let Mitsuko soak up some of that mana, and then we kill her. Oh, defense down on my friggin' healer. Alright, so I'm pretty sure if we do this, that those purples should kill Liana. Okay. Alright. Save up for some more purples. Alright. See if we can wipe her out. Yes. What? Oh my god. Eesh. Alright, we just need to get her off. We don't want to take any more slash attacks. Get her off the field. Get your minds out of the gutter. Alright. Sorry I'm ignoring the chat for right now. Like always, we'll get to questions at the end. We've got some Alka shards coming through this time as well. But I just want to make sure I get these hits finished without any delays. Alright, the timer is on. So we could lose our healer right here. We probably will. But that's okay. Yep. Boom. Oh, the minion. Is that going to make a difference? Probably. Okay. So, welcome everybody. We got a nice big group today. Alright. So let's go back to the other team. Oh, did someone take it out? Oh, looks like somebody grabbed it. No, it's this one. Okay, so let's go with my awesome minion team here that I love so much. We're just going to go full strength for what should be a guaranteed hit in my favor. This extra healing from the tank is going to be a little bit of a problem, but should be able to rise above just fine. Alright. This is one of the best teams that I have found or created in quite a while. Alright. So what's really important for this team is getting reds started early. And that's not happening, is it? So I'm not worried about hitting Raphael. That's totally fine. I mean, it's also good if I can get purple started too, but those require more matches. This is really testing me here. Alright. So if I can get... Alright, so we'll take these two while we can. We are going to hold Garnet for the second charge here. And then, alright, so they were blocked. She does have defense up. So I think now we're going to use Black Knight, heal him up. We're going to hold Gravemaker, and we're going to go for a big cascade here. Alright, as soon as he cleanses, we're going to get started. Alright, we'll block all that crap. I want to push some of these other lower quality minions out. Might as well try to kill Neath while we can. He's going to cleanse and we'll get that fire back on him again. And you can see at this point, it might take a little while, but we are in zero danger of losing the match. Because look how much health we have in addition to all those minions. He does have very strong healing, which is going to make this tough, but as we chip away at him, we get closer to the victory. This should kill him. Yeah, this team is nuts. That's where Bira is kind of like Scotty in this team, where she just keeps that constant damage going right from the beginning. Poison damage, and then we also get the minion damage. Love this team though. Alright. Hello everybody. Oh, looks like our opponents are in here. Greetings from the Phalanx Hun clan. Win the best in the war. We are also on YouTube and watching you live. Thank you. Well, thanks for joining. We'll see what happens here. You guys played well, and we're in a tough spot right now. There's still the chance that we win, but we're going to need to play very well because of the high bar that was set. Funny that it says resist, because it makes it sound like it's a good thing. Like usually resisting something is a strength, but in this case it is distinctly not. Alrighty. Oof. How are we doing? 5 flags, and we're down by about 200 points. So yeah, if we keep getting one-shots... Oh, looks like we missed a few in here. I think this one may be out of our hands at this point, but we will keep trying. So, got 3 more hits, got plenty of time. Let's quickly look for the highest points. 52 is pretty decent, but not much more than 51, obviously. So there's a 53. And I think we're going to go with a Uraeus team here. So I used one of my minion teams. I have a Scotty team. And we have a yellow Uraeus team. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for this. I can't use Uraeus and Gazelle on the same team, unfortunately. So I think I might just be going with 2 yellows. Probably Odin. And then secondary color. She before Spirit Links, yeah. Alright, so we could go yellow. We could go blue as well. I think I'm tapped out on greens that I would want to use. Or I could just go with a familiar purple team. I finally have my last purple monotroop, so what are we up against here? Just 1 sniper. So that's good. So now I can use all of the heroes that I'd want in one team. Okay, so we only need to level another regard. Only have one regard left. I think that's going to be okay, actually. But we'll give him this. Alrighty. So that's a decent team. June should go down pretty easily. Yeah, 672 defense. He should go down pretty easily if I can get some purples down the side. I feel okay about this. Gravemaker is a little bit of a concern, but we'll see. Okay. Hmm. Need to get a bunch of those greens out of the way. Alrighty. So we'll do this combo. Hopefully it doesn't set off Athena. Okay. But it's about to. So I think I'll take the yellows. Oof. Alright. Damn. Damn. Alright. Oh man. I don't want Urias to get minus 49% defense. He's definitely vulnerable to a slash attack. Which is really unfortunate. I wanted to make one more purple match and then be able to take out Gravemaker. But there's a chance that I lose Urias in this turn, and I should use him if I think he's going to die. He'll be wasted for the minion effect, but it's better than wasting his hit altogether. So, oh man. Yeah, I think they could easily kill him with one flash attack. So I think I have to use him. There's too big of a chance that he dies here, and that would not, like if I use him now, his ability won't be as good as it could be, but it's better not to waste his damage, which is pretty good. So we're going to hit here, here, and here. Alrighty. God, Athena just died. She's not going to go off again. The minions are coming, so let's do this. I think that was the right decision. Okay, so I have to kill Gravemaker with purple tiles, which I think should be okay. Who do I want to stop? I think I'm just going to go down the middle, to be honest. And then we're going to use the green diamond. Okay, good. So we're not going to be able to kill Heimdall, so we just have to hope for the best here. Alright, good. He's going off no matter what. He's got a decent amount of health. So let's try to focus on getting a match. We're going to hold Odin because he's not in any danger. Alright. Come on, give me a match. That should kill June. Alright. Let's get Kage. Let's end this. Alright, Urias will get to do his thing. Nope, he won't. Because they're dead right away. Alright. Oh, it's close. I wish they wouldn't sandbag those 2 hits, but so we have 2 hits to tie it. That means we need 28, 68 points. Okay, so if we get 4 one-shots with these last 4 flags, we win. They won't be able to catch us. So who has them? It's me, and I think it is... Where is he? Nope. Well, we'll let it be a surprise. Actually, I'll check one more thing. See if I can guess this right. So I think it's either Aaron or CJC. Nope. Alright. We'll let it be a surprise. Okay, we want to maximize points. So I have a very good blue team left and a good Scotty team. So we don't want to face Scotty tanks. There's no reason to do so. So what are we going to face here? So I think I would go for this one as one of them. 51 points is pretty good. And what other team am I going to go for? A Cobalt tank. Oh boy. That's also good points. So I may go there too. Maybe. He's dangerous, but he drops easily. The problem is I don't have any greens left, so I might go elsewhere. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. Let's go here with my Finley team, because Finley is great against Ajir. And then, what do I have left? I have a Hell, and I have another Proteus. I've also got this Lord Loki, who maybe I'll use on the Scotty team. Alright, do I want a second healer? Seems like a waste to not use Gazelle, but I don't have another great yellow to pair her with, and she will dispel some of the effects that are good about this team. So, do I want a second healer against this team? With 3 snipers down the middle, that would be a good idea. So let's go with... That means I'll have no more regards for my last team. Oh wait. It's fine to put my healers next to each other with these teams. Wait, was I gonna go Scotty here? No. Okay. Let's get that guy some more attack power. Let's do it. Alright, so if you have questions, be sure to hold them. Ankle has 2 flags left. If you have questions, be sure to hold them for the end of the stream, where I will happily answer those questions. I think we've got another episode of the Watchtower coming up. Now I can't recall when that will be, but I'm looking forward to that as well. Okay, we've got just enough blues. What do I want to do? I'm trying to burn some of these tiles into Ajir before he goes off, since I have this blue diamond. Alright, we're just going to take that now. Okay, so biggest threats, probably this right side over here. They're about to get minions after this turn, so it would be really good if I can get these kills right now. Which I probably won't, but we'll give it a try. So it's a little bit of a waste to heal, but I want to make sure I'm at full health. We'll lead the shot here. Go Cobalt down the side, no bypassing. Okay. Close one. As long as we don't lose Proteus. Spread it out, guys. Good. So I think I can kill June. Nope. Underestimating the Ajir effect. Okay. Just get our purples going again. And kill Sartana. Alright. Looking good. Yeah, welcome, Steve. Good to see you. I just can't keep away, yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you here. I'm going to do this. I think we'll be able to kill June. Okay. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. Just gotta hope Enkel has the same luck. Okay, nothing better to do on Sunday evenings, innit? Alrighty. Come on, Enkel. Is he online? Where is that guy? Uh-oh. No way. This guy's just watching the end of the war here. Dude, where's Enkel? Oh, buddy, you're gonna be in big trouble. So, someone in the alliance, see if you can get a hold of this guy via line. I think he's in the line chat. Just ping the hell out of him with notifications because we only have 20 minutes and we're going to need these flags. So if someone from the alliance here is watching, please get this guy's attention. We need these hits. He should know better. Alright, one more hit. Got a Scotty team. What tank do I choose? Maybe a Richard. Don't want to go for anyone with taunt because that could really disrupt my strategy. This could work. Though I'm marginally worried about that snipe down the middle. I could go for a totally wacky team though. And I think I will. Alright, so because Scotty does all the heavy lifting all by herself, let's see, do I want a Lord Loki on this team? Would I want a Lord Loki on any of these teams? That could be good. Let's see. I don't need my usual Kirill accompaniment because these minions are super weak. So they'll go down. So what I'm thinking is greens. What I'm thinking is just going tons of healers in green. Like Telluria, Albi, Heimdall, Lord Loki, Scotty. And just let Scotty do all the heavy lifting. I can copy their Albi if mine's not ready. I've got 2 resurrecting heroes. I do have somewhat decent green tile damage for what is a pretty flimsy tank. If I can get the blues, I can copy her there as well. The biggest weakness is I don't have a cleanse, and there's a lot of AoE hitters, so if she does go off, I've got defense down for 6 turns, and then if, what's her name, Ursina goes off, I'm in a bit of trouble. So, yeah, I don't have enough hitters here. So this team is really banking on a decent green board and a decent blue board. Sumik has 53 points. Okay, yeah, maybe this is a mistake. Yeah, I don't really want to go for taunt, though. I don't think we're going to need like 1 or 2 points to win this. We're just going to make sure we need those flags. We're already on it, fuck. Alright, good. Okay, yeah, I don't think I want to go against taunt, because that could make... Yep, so we're going for it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Alright, so we're going to give you defensive troop. Before I think about it, let's go for it. Okay. Well, this board sucks. Two matches. Really? Oh boy. Okay, we do have 2 blue matches. Can we get the 3rd blue match? Do not fucking set her off. Oh, that was so close. Alright. What's the move here? Yikes. Gotta get this 3rd match. Please do not set off Neath as well. Okay, minions are going off next turn. We have nothing in the way of greens here. Got a combo down the middle that can get me greens in the next turn. I think what I do is I copy Ursina so Neath kills herself, and then that will kill Sarnia. It won't fix the problem of Ursina hitting me, which is a huge threat. So I think I need to... The problem is Ursina is almost guaranteed to hit me. The other option is I can steal Neath's move to... that's going to kill Sarnia also. I think it's better that I just let Neath kill herself by doing this, and we're just going to try to ghost as much as we can. Those 6 turns are an eternity. Alright, I got greens down the side. Alright, so now we'll do this. Get the stacks going. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Neath's about to kill herself, and then we'll ghost the greens down the side. Tyr is not going to be... they have decreased mana. Minus 24%, so that's about what Teleria has. I think Tyr's going to go off anyways, but that means he's going to kill someone. But I need to ghost the greens, so yeah, we have to do some other move, and Ursina is more of a threat to me than Tyr is, so... Ooh, good greens. Boop. Oh, good job piercing. So good. Alright. That brings us back a little bit. Is that green gonna kill? We might as well try. Yep. Okay, that was looking a little dicey for a second. We're still going up against Albie, so we still have to be careful. But we're in a lot better shape than we were a second ago. Alright, so we'll get the mana rolling on our side. Get another green match. I'm not worried about Tyr at this point. We'll take the blues first. And yeah, we'll copy Albie for fun. Ankle is live, thank God. Okay, so they just got a one shot. Alright, so we have to hope that this guy trips, or girl, trips on their last hit. So we have 2 flags and we're down by 18 points. So 2 one-shots will give us the win. Ankle's gonna have to hurry up. Come on, man. I guess he only has to start the final hit. But really am I not the last one here? Oh yeah, forgot about the boop. I haven't incorporated the boop into this new stream yet since I'm on a PC now instead of my computer that I was on before. So I'll have to roll that over still at some point. Alright, so I'll start looking through the chat now. Okay. So he's going for the sort of cleanup, which I think is smart, because we are only down by 18 points and we're up by 1 flag. So the best they can hope to do is get like 64-40, and we would only need 2 partial hits to do that. So he is going to have to hit a full team. So everyone else that's in the alliance and watching here, take a minute to size these teams up and see if you can determine one that looks better for him. If he's got the greens, I don't know, I'm not in the alliance chat right now, so if he is and he's asking for advice, if he has the greens, Cobalt should go down pretty easily. So maybe if he brought like a green-yellow team or something. Taunt is still pretty dangerous though. Let's see, what else is good? Definitely tell him not to, God, I really hope he's able to kill that Scotty before she fires with the minions, or that's going to be over. I just realized I should have put my own Scotty on defense. Didn't think about that. Yeah, so help him size up a target here. I think this one is pretty decent to go for because it has so many slow heroes on it. And one of them is like super squishy. So if he went here with like blues and greens, hopes to take Elena out with tile damage, maybe Proteus for some mana control, maybe blue and purple even. That's going to be a decently hard hit, but that's a weaker team in my opinion. I would tell him to avoid Krampus and Scotty, avoid Taunt. So yeah, I would say, I'm nervous. I would say you should probably go for this team second. You'll have the most time. Alright, let's start looking through the chat here. Oh man, this is close. Okay, look at that, guys. I finished with so much time to spare. Alright, start looking through the chat here and see what we got today. Alright, and we really have to hope that Danny fails here. I would switch Snow White and Ratatoskr and then switch Frigg out, and you want Frigg to go off first. And Ratatoskr doesn't affect Frigg's strength, so there's no need for him to go off first because, yeah, Ratatoskr does not impact Frigg's strength. Alright, just gotta hope Danny fails, hope Ankle does not. A lot of pressure here. Well, how did we do actually? Nice. 316. Damn, we really kicked their butt with the top scores, but I think they just had much more consistency in the middle. We had too few lower down. How did defense do? I went for the triple ninja Frigg Odin thing, hoping for lots of dodging. But I should have put Scotty. I'll have to put Scotty in for the next war. Alright, so 1 hit. 2 one-shots. And 2 hits for the third. Another one-shot. Damn. Yeah, I feel like minion wars favor the attacker. Nice! Alright, nice job, Ankle. Okay, if Danny fails, we're in good shape. Still not out of the woods yet. So yeah, hopefully you guys are coaching Ankle through what team to hit last. I would strongly advise this team here. Don't know what he has left, but I suppose if Danny fails, this cleanup might be enough. Yes, and that would be a smarter thing to do. So people in the alliance, tell him to hold off and see what happens in this fight here. But tell him to be ready to attack a team, but to hold off, because if this guy fails, then this cleanup I think is going to be enough for the win. And it's much smarter to do it that way. So all eyes are on Danny here. Hopefully you got a really bad board. Alright. Impressive snake, you're as good as they say. Alright, got Hero of the Month and Albie today. Give us your thoughts on Hero of the Month. I think I'm going to do a video on that this week. I'm not, for the few people that are here now, I'm not that into this Hero of the Month. I don't like the random chance, especially when you think of the majority of the time she'll be disappointing and you'll get one of those weaker specials. So 1 in 3 times, kind of like Albie, 1 in 3 times they'll do the thing you want them to and they'll be good. The other 2 out of 3 times you're going to be like, well, that sucked. So I don't think a hero like that is worth giving tabards to. It's kind of like Rumpelstiltskin. His specials individually are very powerful, but you don't know what you're going to get. So do you bring him as a healer? Do you bring him with another healer? Do you bring him with a weaker healer hoping he's going to heal? You know, it's just, I don't like that. I like to be intentional with the way that I play, and so I like to know what's going to happen and not be like guessing. And I feel the same way about Albie, which is not a popular opinion, but I don't really. He got him. All right, Ankle, you need 22 points to. Oh wow, is that? Oh my God, is that enough? Oh, it'll be a tie. Oh my God, it'll be a tie. If he does the cleanup, do not tie. Let's go for the win. Even though tie is really cool because out of 6,000 something points, it's insane to get 2 of the same scores. But, oh man, I can't believe that. Okay, 22 points, 22 points. It would be a tie. Oh wow, he's going here. Okay. So to get 22 points on a primary attack, he probably needs to kill at least 2 heroes. Yeah, I think we go for the win. That's so crazy that we had the chance to tie. We have tied once before, and it's a weird experience because there's just so many points. Like if only 5 points were possible in the whole time, like okay, a tie would be not so crazy, but when you're in the 6,000s, a tie is pretty insane. Hero of the month is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Very Forrest Gump-esque. But yeah, I feel the same way about Albie, which is like 1/3 of the time he'll do the thing you want him to, and I expect more out of a slow hero. So I find the Hero of the Month unappealing to me. If you pull the Hero of the Month and you don't have other purple heroes, then you have to work with what you got, is the way the game works. So she still does decent damage to 3 at average speed though, so if you don't have the troops for it, you're essentially working with a slow hero, which is not great. So yeah, those are my thoughts. You gotta work with what you got. If that's what you have and you have tons of tabards, then it's better than, a Tiburtus or something like that. All right, everyone, moment of silence. Wish Ankle good luck. It's a lot of pressure on Ankle. All right, back to it. Oh man, that's crazy. Maybe we will, well, hopefully not, but it's possible we will regret not going for the tie, which is kind of funny. Alright. I agree on Hero of the Month, got her, not interested, but I did also get Mysterio, who looks fairly handy. Mysterio is a hero that I wanted so bad, and now I'm kind of glad I didn't get him, because I might have ascended him, and then I think I would have been disappointed in him. So, he's super rare. I wish he was a little bit better than he is. The problem is, he's like a pincushion. He has to get hit by everything to be able to toss it back. The couple benefits and where you might find him useful, which again is a lot of setup for him to be good, is one, if you happen to have a bunch of rogue emblems, then if he dodges, and I think even if you dodge as a rogue, you still take the ailment anyways. But at least he can dodge some of the upfront damage and get the ailment. So that's one thing. The other thing is if you pair him with Grazul, and she blocks, or Grazul or Garnet or Vanda, even if the ailments are blocked by one of those three, he still memorizes them. He can send them back. However, now you have to match. No. Damn it. Okay. Saying that even if, what was I even talking about? Yeah, even if the ailments are blocked, he'll still memorize them. You can still send them back, but for that to be worthwhile, because his damage is so low, you'd want to be using him against a really ailment-heavy team, and we're not seeing as many of those anymore. So he could be a decent counter to Bira, except that ailment will only last for 3 turns. Okay. Well, I don't think I like your tone, Armin. Alright. Spock, you think I should send Guardian Gazelle Uraeus? 1000% Gazelle. Uraeus is he's good for a Hero of the Month. Gazelle is an awesome hero in general. So definitely Gazelle. Yeah, and I wouldn't necessarily de-emblem Zimkitha, just emblem Gazelle. Just start to put your new Druid emblems on Gazelle. They come in pretty quickly these days. So that's what I'd recommend. Alrighty. Okay. Love that these wars go down to the last minute. Mysterio and Gazelle also combine. That's good to know. So yeah, if Gazelle blocks ailments from the dancing thing, Mysterio can still memorize them. And then his damage will be pretty decent, but this is one thing I'm realizing lately. It's really good to have synergy in the same color. And this comes down to my 3-2 team ideas. It's easy to think of any 3-2 team as a 3-2 team, and therefore it's a 3-2 team. However, that's not totally the case. And a good example of that is typically when I use Scotty, I like to pair her with Costume Kirill. There are some minions that are too tough for Scotty to kill if all 5 enemies are still alive. Her damage increases as you kill other enemies. So with Kirill, if you have the costume especially and you can charge fast, this also relies on you having a level 23 troop for Scotty or maxed emblems when you only need a level 11 mana troop. But point being, in 9 tiles, I have Kirill and Scotty ready. So if minions have fired, I didn't need to make matches in 2 different colors for my primary synergy for that team. When you have Scotty on a team and you're using her against minions, Scotty is the backbone of that team, in my opinion, because stacks are that powerful. So you don't want to have defense down in like with Wilbur or something like that in another color, where now you're having to match a bunch of tiles in 2 colors for your strategy to work, because now you're making, I don't know how you would calculate the percentage difference, but you're making it significantly harder to pull off that synergy. And so with the example of Mysterio, none of the heroes that he really synergizes well with are the same color as him. So you're having to rely on a much better board, and I think that's a weaker synergy. And so the way I try to think about my 3-2 teams is 2 mini teams. And it's not perfect all the time. You got to work with what you got. But like, for example, and I realize these are very strong heroes that I'm about to list, but that's not the point. The point is how they work in 2 separate groups. So, for example, the Finley Cobalt Ariel and then Proteus and Regard team. If I get matches in either of those colors, and for the troops I have, if I get 3 matches in either of those colors, I'm doing okay. So either I can get 3 matches in blue, and if I'm using Finley, I'm taking him against a tank that buffs, and I can probably kill or get very close to killing 2 or 3 heroes there. And I can heal. If I get matches in purple, I can also heal. I'll have an attack up, and now I can freeze a majority portion of the board from being able to gain any mana, and then I can set off any off-color diamonds or anything like that. So that's a perfect example of how those are 2 mini teams that have synergies within themselves, or basically I can rely on either side. And so that's the approach I try to take with my teams. And it doesn't mean you have to have the best heroes. It just means you have to think about, is this sort of mini team somewhat self-sufficient? You want, if you get tiles for only one side or the other, you want to be able to stall that team out with what you do have to allow you more time to get matches in the other colors. So keep that in mind when you're making your teams, because it's easy just to look at a 3-2 team and be like, oh, I made a 3-2, 3-2 sucks. And it's like, no, you have to really think about synergy. So that comes back to the Mysterio thing. It's like, he does have some cool synergies, but none of them are in the same color. Like, I wouldn't want to bring, if Costume Kirill was red, for example, I wouldn't use that in a synergy with Scotty because it relies on too much. And so even 2 very fast heroes like Vanda and Mysterio, it still relies on potentially too much, because it's not like if you do get that synergy, it's game over, not even close. You still need something else really strong to support that, and now you're splitting that other synergy between 2 colors. So you really want to match your colors. That's one reason why I don't use Onyx that much anymore. And I'd like that to be different, but I don't use Onyx that much because the only defense down hero that I have in the same color is Tiburtus. I don't really want to put emblems on Tiburtus because I guess I use him on Titans, but I'm not that big of a fan of him. And I don't have Guardian Panther, who if I did, I would probably put some emblems on, and that would be a really good synergy. But, yeah. So for me, synergy in the same color is super important, and that's something I'd think about as you build your teams. If you've been watching my videos more recently, I've arrived at the advice of, Sorry, lost my train of thought, having to turn my iPad back on. Of if you're trying to decide what hero to ascend, think about what team you're going to put them in. What team do you have for that hero? That's going to matter most, because no hero is just good in isolation. And I think that's where hero grades are a little bit misleading, because they make you think that, oh, this hero is this, therefore if I level them, they will be this. But no, it depends on the team that you have for them. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, poor ankle, sending my best wishes, bad luck, see you next week. Take it easy, Steve. Might have missed you already, but thanks for hanging out. Natalia is so tempting to level based on options. Have Anzog and Nor. I think Anzog is a lot better than Natalia. She's very squishy, only affects one hero. She does, I don't know if she's a guaranteed kill, but maybe it's close to it, but still, it's only one hero. I'd rather use Anzog with some other AoE hitters where you have the chance of killing a bunch of heroes kind of at once. He also heals a bit too, which is good. But yeah, I also have Natalia, and I think I find her a bit disappointing. Sometimes it's best to go for sure points than take risks. That draw would have been better for me. Yeah, but the draw is still a draw, you know. Maybe that is true. It didn't seem like that big of a gamble, because we didn't need a one shot. We just needed to kill part of that team. So yeah, a draw would have been 2 more points, but you know, 2 more points is not going to be that big of a deal in the long run. So that's where this game is about having fun, and it would have been more exciting to get the win than to get the draw. So we took the gamble, and it didn't pay off this time. But this game is sort of all about small gambles that you try to make the best decisions about. And so I stand by our choice there. I use Poseidon and the Yellow Lamb. Yep. They trigger together and prevent Hermana stopping. Yeah, so that's a good example of a synergy. Thanks for your input, no problem. I'm very unlucky in the war, always gets the heart racing when it comes down to final flags. Yeah, unfortunate outcome, but what are you going to do? You guys have been quieter lately. I used to have a bunch of questions in here, and then we could wait until shards were ready, but it's going to be like another 30 minutes for shards, so I think we won't have enough to talk about. Is Chef still playing the game? Yeah, that's something I wonder as well. If you guys don't know, there was this guy, Chef, who had, I think he was in the Top Alliance, had a YouTube channel, and I remember, I think I had a YouTube channel at the time, but it was really small, and I remember watching him. I didn't really watch him, but I remember like noticing that he was doing live streams and stuff, and he was really pushing for getting to 1,000 subscribers. And I remember seeing people giving like huge donations to him at times, like $50, you know, being like, whoa, that's crazy. And apparently he like told people that he was trying to, this is not my opinion, this is just the facts of the situation. He told people that he was trying to save up for a gaming computer so that he could do better streams and stuff like that. And then he like, from what I heard after that, did not buy the gaming computer, sort of just ran off with the money and like spent it on polls. That part might be someone's opinion or best guess, but he sort of misled people into donating money to him and then sort of disappeared and probably just changed his name in the game to something else. I imagine he still plays, but who knows. But yeah, it was this weird saga on YouTube where people are like, what the hell just happened? So obviously a lot of people did not like that he did that. Any early thoughts on Season 4 and its upcoming heroes? Yeah, I'll give a quick take on that. That's something that we're going to talk about on the Watchtower, because I think there's value to us diving in and looking at some of these heroes in depth. My opinion straight off the bat is I'm not that interested in them. And I'm surprised to be saying that because they are the newest heroes. But a lot of them just don't seem that great to me. And they keep adding more, which is really weird. Like I've been watching I don't think I've done a beta on this yet, but I will be. Um, I've been watching them. They like remember. Oh yeah, I did the video a long time ago where they released a bunch of heroes into beta, but they're still adding more, and it comes out at the end of this month, which just seems like a little last minute. But maybe they feel like people aren't excited enough, and they're like, oh crap, we have to scramble to put them together. But there's like three. There's like three that are really good, and I'll save it for the Watchtower to say which ones I think those are. But there are three that are like, damn, those are really strong heroes, and they do have cool abilities, like passive abilities, in that like every X amount of turns, they create this abyss stone on the board that takes the place of one of the other tiles, and for as long as that tile remains unmatched, a random hero takes 50 damage. A random hero on your turn, or if you're opposing a Season 4 team, a random hero takes 50 damage every turn. And the more Season 4 heroes you have on a team, the higher the chances are of one of those Abyss Stones spawning when a hero uses a special skill. So, yeah. There's some interesting heroes. There's some new mechanics, and we're seeing this in upcoming Heroes of the Month too, where there are like parasitic minions that you cast on the opponent, and they hurt the opponent in various ways. It doesn't appear that you can cast those minions on your opponent and then use Scotty to kill the minions. I think once you cast them on there, none of your damage impacts their health. So there's no like super crazy synergies coming out. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the heroes are like, I don't really care. I mean, granted, I do have a lot of very good heroes, so that certainly affects my opinion. The stats on them are still very strong, too strong in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I am like, don't really care that much about Season 4. There's a few I'd like to have, but I'm sure the release is going to be the same thing as Season 3, where they trickle them out one per month over the course of a year, So that kind of sucks, because you just have to like wait. So I might do, I'll probably do some pulls for Season 4, but I'll probably just wait until, one of the ones that I want is featured the earliest. They release the weaker heroes first, oftentimes, because you have the highest chance of getting them. One, because the featured increases the chances of you pulling them, but also the smaller the hero pool, the greater proportion of that pool is made up by a given hero. So if you have a 1% chance of getting a Season 4 hero, and there are 2 heroes in the pool, you have 0.5% chance for getting either of those. If there are 10 heroes in there, you have a 0.1% chance. So early on in that example, you're 5 times as likely to get the hero that you want. So hopefully they release some of the better heroes early on like that, because then I might be more inclined. But just kind of throwing darts in the dark, trying to hope I get one of the better ones, will not be a way I will spend my money. 16 tabards, my only 5-star dark after 1.5 years is Obacon. Go for him or wait for a miracle? I know he really isn't good. If you have 16 tabards, I would say definitely go for him. You're only 2 tabards away from being able to level 3 heroes, so you have way more materials than you have choices. I assume you're running a TC20, and so you can also get Quintus out of there, and I personally would rather use Obacon than Quintus, because Quintus is slow and squishy, and at least Obacon you can fire early. He hits 3. So yeah, I'd say with that many tabards, it's just good to go for it. I know how it can feel disappointing to be like, people say Obacon sucks, I don't really want to level him. But you've got the materials for it, you don't have the hero, so you just gotta work with what you got there. Yeah, that's what I would say. Noob question, why do you spread out the colors of offense when you do 3-2? Does the placement on offense matter? The only time placement matters is when it comes to hit 3 heroes, or heroes like Jabberwock that target certain portions of the formation. So if you're facing Jabberwock, the heroes on your wings are the most vulnerable to his attacks. You want to keep that in mind. The reason why I space the colors out, some of it is just symmetry and just pleasing to the eye. The other is like, if you're bringing greens, for example, and say you put 3 greens, from left to right, so 3 greens all next to each other and then 2 blues or whatever, and you're going against Gravemaker, there's a chance that Gravemaker will hit all 3 greens and do maximum damage. So sometimes I'll spread out my greens, which I did not do correctly this time as I'm thinking back, I don't think. But usually if I'm attacking a Gravemaker with greens, I will put Kingston in the center because he resists burn damage, and then Frigg and Hansel on the sides, so that with Gravemaker fires, he is guaranteed to hit a green no matter what. So there's a gamble there, but I think that's a better choice to make. But he can only hit 1 green in 1 turn. So the other thing to think about is if you're not facing Jabberwock and you are facing hit 3 heroes, the wings are statistically the safest position, because there are, I can't remember the math for this, but the wings are statistically the safest position, so it can be good to tuck heroes there. So those are the only considerations that I can think of that you need to make for offensive formations, aside from the fact, like, if I'm using Lord Loki, for example, and I want to copy Sif, I don't want to use him on the wing, because when he when he copies Sif, he will only affect himself and the one next to him, and since he's on the wing, there's only one next to him. So, or if you're using Sif on your team, you want her to be on the flank or in the tank position on offense, so that she impacts 3 heroes and not just 2. Heroes on the side are safer, yeah. You could use his tactics to buy better streaming gear, yeah. I actually have a solid enough setup. So the audio is, so I'm using AirPods through Bluetooth connectivity on this PC, and for some reason it's creating bad results. So I'm going to investigate that a little bit more, but I also have, since I've been trying to get a YouTube guitar channel together as well, but I know I've been talking about that for a while, but because of how demanding my work has been, I just have not had the time to do that and this channel at the same time. So I'm considering some changes there that would allow me more time for those things. But point being, I have a nice audio interface and expensive microphones, so I could go full podcast on you guys and have a very badass audio recording chain. And so I may do that for fun, just to get this super sexy podcast voice going on. But yeah, I'm not gonna steal money from you guys though. I believe that they came out with season 4 too fast. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't feel some people have a chance to enjoy the last heroes that came out from Valhalla. So for me, I do think it came out too fast, but it's not about having a chance to enjoy the heroes. I think you gotta, we've seen that they are going to churn out heroes often. So you just have got to find ways for yourself to accept that and just have fun with the heroes that you have. What I think is too fast is the fact that I haven't even finished season 2 on hard mode. I finally am dedicating all my spare flags to that when there aren't any of those quests going on. So I'm up to province 18 out of, 27 or something. And so it's worth getting the materials for completing that. And then I've finished season 3 on normal. But season 3 has way more provinces than season 2 does. It's 36 or something versus 27, maybe 34, I don't know. Still 70 or more levels more. I think it is 36 actually. Whoops. So yeah, it's, I don't know how I'm ever going to finish that on hard mode. I'm just always going to be really far behind. So it'd be nice if they gave you a little bit of time to keep up with that. But they won't, so I'm just going to find a way to be okay with it. But yeah, it does feel like it's moving pretty fast. Um, so taking that thinking, there's no same color synergy for Uraeus. The synergy for Uraeus, which is not in the same color. Oh, excuse me. With Uraeus, I think, you really want to pair him with a hero that removes minions. So like a Grimble, costume Gormek, Captain of Diamonds, Gobbler, something like that. You'll have to determine whether those heroes are too weak for you to use in the teams that you're facing. But the one thing that kind of sucks about him, he's a good starter hero against minion teams. And I don't mean like good for people with weak rosters. I mean like for starting out the match. So if you're fighting a Freya tank, for example, and you fire him, you're probably using him in some kind of a yellow stack, whether it be 3/2 or mono. So you have a decent chance of killing the tank with tiles. Say she fires first because she's fast. You use Uraeus. Those minions are going to absorb that sand damage. Very little of that sand damage is going to reach the heroes underneath. So how much good did it do? It still killed the minions, but it would have been nice to do that damage to the heroes, right? But the minions are going to absorb that sand damage. So there's also a chance that, after you fire, she then dies with tiles, and now there's no more minions in the match. Additionally, maybe you kill her first. And so I talked about this in my Uraeus testing video. I wouldn't use him in a 3/2. I wouldn't use him as the 3 part of that stack, because there's a decent chance that you kill that tank, and then he's just a sniper at slower speed than June or something like that. So he's got weaknesses. I have some regrets about maxing him now, to be honest, because I'm probably only going to use him for Minion Horde or Undead Horde Wars. I've already got better raiding teams that I like. So yeah, this is where it comes down to your roster. Is he going to be someone you use often? But if you pair him with a minion removing hero, like Gormek, for example, you remove those minions and you get something from them. You get a health boost, or with Grimble, you get a mana boost. That's great. The other benefit to that is the minions are just completely removed, and now that sand damage can reach the heroes underneath. The only problem with this is that there are no, as far as I can remember, there are no yellow heroes that remove minions. So you don't have the benefit of having that synergy in the same color. So yeah, that might be a time where you would have to make an exception and do like, 3/2 red-yellow, where you're using costume Gormek on one side, and you just have to hope you can get both of them. You just have to hope that you can get both of them charged up at the same time or in a quick enough succession for it to make a difference. But yeah, I'm not crazy about Uraeus for those reasons. And a lot of that just comes down to the heroes that I have. And I kind of wish I had just ascended Norns to have as a better event hero, for event teams, because she hits 3 pretty hard. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And you saw, I used him in this war. I'm not going to put emblems on him, so he is vulnerable to sniper attacks, and et cetera, et cetera. So a little bit of Ascender's remorse there for me, but I'll make use of him. Thanks for the well thought out reply to my noob question. I was wondering if the algorithm attacked the middle more than the wings to simulate a real formation, and you answered that. I don't think that they intentionally do that. I just think that there are more ways for a hit 3 hero to hit that affect the middle. Because I think, I can't remember what the math is on that, but maybe someone else does. Okay. Would you think it's worth leveling Kagan, Aslar, Nor, or second Marjana while sitting on 20 rings? I have Gravemaker, Queen of Hearts, JF, Elena, Ruben, Anzog, and of course Marjana maxed. What would I do there? So you've got a lot of reds maxed. which is good. You've got a lot of good reds, Max. I'd say JF, Gravemaker, Queen of Hearts are all very good heroes. Marjana without costume is decent. Anzog is pretty decent. So you've got a lot of variety. You're not hurting for being able to put together red teams. None of these heroes that you have as options are going to be game changers, but you're getting, you can comfortably ascend 3 heroes and still have a couple rings left over. So my suggestions, I have 2 thoughts. One, think about which of those heroes would fit into a team that you have that would make that team better. So would it be nice to have another Marjana in one of your teams? I think she's ideally paired with defense down of some kind, whether it be, I don't know. She's best paired with defense down and or attack up because her damage is not very high. The other thought is Kagan hits 3 heroes harder than any other hero in the game. So if you wanted someone for event teams, then it may be good to level him up, and then maybe you can pursue the ninja tower if you want to, or something like that, a little bit more successfully. Obviously, Aslar and Kagan would be better with costume. Not necessarily that I would use the costume of Kagan, but that stat boost would be nice. So I'd say most people would tell you Marjana is the safest bet. You've got plenty of rings, so I think there's no reason you can't choose one of these. I see Nora as being the least useful of all of those. Marjana can help with your war teams. Maybe you would use her for raiding to have 2 on the same team. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. So then the other option is, do you just wait? It's unlikely that it's just going to start raining red 5-stars on you. So I personally, in that situation, without the Marjana costume, would probably choose Kagan and just have a slightly better team for Ninja Tower or something like that. Or just wait. If that kind of thing doesn't appeal to you, then I would say Marjana or wait, personally. So, hopefully that helps. What's your favorite formation that you've been using and which team? So I think you mean for defense. Favorite formation that you've been using? I honestly don't notice a difference. One I think that's kind of fun is the double formation with Freya and Bira in the front, Sif in the middle, and then I'm using Frigg and Cobalt on the wings. So that's a fun team. It kind of flies around like a pendulum where sometimes it drops low, then sometimes it gets pushed up to 29.50 or something, and Sif has no emblems on her. Bira does not have max emblem. She's at 15, Freya's at 19. But getting that mana boost and reflect on everyone can be pretty problematic. So I don't really have a preference for formations. If they come to war, I'll think about it a lot more seriously. But right now, I stay in Diamond anyways, so I just kind of play around with it, or just don't mess with it at all. Aslar does the same damage, but over time. Gazelle synergy, maybe. Not sure what that means. I would max Aslar over Gefyon. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Aslar is so squishy and slow. Healthy oatmeal or greasy breakfast this morning? Well, I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see if my girlfriend happens to bring me back some food from the farmer's market, in which case I'd eat that. Otherwise, probably healthy oatmeal. Trying to be better with my eating recently. Just because I'm someone that thinks a lot about health. Or you have Odin or Sir Roosely to do damage to clear minions after Erase. Yeah, so the thing about that is, I said that in my Erase testing video too, maybe he's better to pair with Odin, because then Odin will clear the minions, and then the sand damage will eat into the heroes after that. but it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It doesn't really make a difference. Either the sand damage kills the minions, and then Odin's damage damages the heroes, or Odin damages, kills the minions, and the sand damage damages the heroes. Like, the amount of damage is still the same, so you really only get that extra benefit if you can remove the minions, where you're not wasting damage on them. So yeah, there may be, like, I don't know if I can think of this on the spot, but there may be a slight advantage to letting the sand damage kill the minions, so then it's over and done with, and then it can't be cleansed. I don't think it matters. I think those would be pretty much equivalent. Thanks, Buck. Have a nice day. Thank you. You as well. How much money did you spend so far on Empires and Puzzles? To be honest, I don't really know. I think of it similarly to the way that Empires and Puzzles books guy thinks of it. I've not spent as much money as it seems like he has, because he farms constantly all day long, and he competes in all the events, and I just think does more pulls than me, which is totally fine. It's up to him to decide what he does with his money, obviously, and that's not my point. My point is that I just think of it as entertainment, like going to a restaurant or going to the movies or something like that, where you don't count your lifetime spending from going to the movies, right? Like, you're not like, oh my God, I've spent $3,000 going to the movies over these past few years. Like, should I stop going to the movies? Or, I just think of it kind of as entertainment, and to try to be reasonable about it, so to not get caught in the mental trap of chasing heroes, because you will almost always spend way more than you wanted to and not get what you wanted anyways. There's no guarantee that more money means a bunch more stuff, So yeah, I have not kept a running total, because I don't do that for any other forms of entertainment either. Really seems like Thor on his first charge. Hi, man. Is a very good stage in challenging events to farm loot? Is what a very good stage in challenging events? So, to farm loot, I don't know. I think the best stage to farm in events is rare level 3. The villains event was an exception because there was only 10 stages instead of the usual 15, but on the events that have 15 stages, level 3 only costs 1 world energy and gives you 975 XP, which is the highest XP for flag in the entire game, and you have the chance of pulling challenge coins as well. The downside is that you don't get any food or iron from farming those stages, so it just kind of depends on what you want. XP is useful, but I don't think it really matters that to most people, and I don't think about it enough to be like, which one do I really care about? Thanks for the help. How you go for talent leveling on war heroes? I think to take them to level 7. So obviously a team with plus 20 heroes is going to be the hardest team to kill if it's a good team. Taking them to plus 7 is the more economical route, because then you can have more heroes with high emblems, or with emblems on them, because 7 is, once you get to 8, levels 8 and 10 are the ones for 5 stars that cost 125 emblems, in addition to level 19. So, that could get you almost 3 nodes potentially on another hero. So I can see the argument for like, oh, it's more sort of cost effective to only level up to level 7, but it's much harder to kill the heroes that have higher emblems. And so I tend to just put emblems on heroes that I like to use in many parts of the game, and then even though that I pay a cost for having so many emblems in one place, I get a lot of mileage out of those heroes. So I wouldn't take just any hero to plus 19 or 18 or whatever. And yeah, even still, I stop at 18 for some heroes, because 19 it gets expensive again. The only hero I've ever taken to 20 is Scotty, because I wanted to not have to use a level 11 or level 23 monotroop on her. I don't use her enough that has actually become an issue for me. So maybe that was a mistake. Who knows? I would have been able to take Bira farther. Like, Bira would be done with those 250 emblems I spent, but I don't strive for perfection. I think you just have to let some of those things go, but it's definitely harder to kill a team with higher emblems, and if you are intentional about where you put them, then you will get a lot of benefit out of those emblems across many aspects of the game. Okay. Aslar costume sucks to me. His regular form do more damage than the costume. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that the costume form does crazy high damage when they're below 50% HP. Granted, he's only hitting 3, but the burn damage is like absurd. So if you pair him with another good hit 3 hero, like say, I don't know, Gravemaker, for example, you let Gravemaker's dot finish, they might be under 50% health at that point. They probably should be. And Aslar is just going to absolutely destroy them. So, or Costume Aslar. So Aslar does more damage overall, but sometimes it's a bigger advantage to weaken. It's a bigger advantage to just obliterate 3 heroes than it is to weaken 5 heroes. Because a hero with 1 HP can still kill you, right? So there's the only benefit, the only thing that gives you an advantage is actually killing the heroes. Weakening the whole team makes it easier to kill those heroes by other means, but the biggest advantage is in dead heroes, and I think Costume Aslar specializes in dead heroes a bit better than the regular version, but I see where you're coming from. Maybe Justice to remove the minions. So I mean, like, when I say remove minions, specifically ones that say removes minions, like Grimble, who does damage and he just removes minions. I guess Geffion is another example that she can remove minions because she takes them for herself. So at least Justice is in the same color, but Justice is not very slow, but Justice is slow, and so there's risk there. Can you really charge them at the same time? And I think probably not. That's the thing, is you want to have them charge at the same time. Hello, Ninja CSGO. What is your status on recruiting new players? We have not had any turnover lately, but make sure you are subscribed, and I will keep all of that information. I will present that information when there is the opportunity. So, I have a bad habit of reading ahead in the chat, and then I lose my train of thought. Yeah, if you're subscribed, I will make a community post when we do have an opening, and then we'll handle it from there. So at the moment, we've just stayed full. I think we've done well with recruiting, where the people that end up here want to be here, and so we don't have as much turnover. It's not to say it won't happen, just because, different things change for people in the game, and some people may or may not want to stay for those reasons, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But make sure you're subscribed, and I'll let you know. How much time is left on the 24-hour countdown for a set of rings? 24 hours. I had made a joke in the Alliance the other day that people joke sometimes that I work for Small Giant because I do have good luck with some things, which I do not work for Small Giant. I am not affiliated with them whatsoever, 0% affiliated with them. And so I was on a really good streak where, like, before the Ninja Tower event, I had 5 rings, and now I have 5 rings again, and I ascended Garnet. So I got, how did it happen? I got, can I remember? I got a set of rings from Alchemy Lab, Raid Chest, Elemental Chest, and Mystic Vision. And it was that Mystic Vision I posted in my community post where I got Mystic Vision and 30 Wizard Emblem, or Mystic Vision. I got, what are they called? Mystic Rings and 30 Wizard Emblems from a Mystic Vision, which is pretty awesome. So that brought me up to 3 again, and then I got rings from, I got rings from the war chest, and then where else did I get them? I can't remember, but I'm up to 5 now, so I was like, made a sarcastic demand that I needed another set of rings within 24 hours um, from Small Giant, and so Shoujo was just poking fun at that. So far, no rings, and I opened an elemental chest yesterday, and instead of rings, I got 2 hidden blades, which are, the 3-star material for reds, which I thought was funny, but also not what I wanted. So I may be waiting a while, we'll see. You make a whole lot of sense. Thank you, sir. That is what I aim for. I've always put a lot of effort and intentionality into being an effective communicator, and I've had various teaching roles in the past that I think have allowed me to improve on those communication skills, but also improve on my ability to convey information in a way that is graspable and easy to understand, depending on the audience that I'm dealing with. So I appreciate that that is recognized, because that is something that I do work hard at, and yeah. So I think it's time for Alchemy Lab. Whew, look at that loot. Well, I have to say, there is some consolation. It doesn't help with the war chest, but there's some consolation still at getting the top score. For some reason, I still find that satisfying. A fox with a pierced ear and a kind of squinty eye. That's weird. Some people have commented on my pin change being the Welsh flag, but I just thought it looked cool. I like the colors. I like the fact that it has a dragon on it, so that's as far as I thought about it. Alright. Not going to have quite enough for the second transmutation. I find it takes, with levels 4B and 6B, it takes a little bit more than a week to get that up to 1,000, but we should have this one here. So, whoa, yes. That was the first tabard I've gotten in a long time. Now I'm at 5 tabards also. So it's always great to get it on this first level, because then you still get to trade the shards in afterwards. So that's an awesome win right there. And rings. Come on, baby. Rings, 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 rings. Okay, so definitely going to take the orb. Just kidding. I have like 50 orbs. And I don't really want to ascend any yellows. So when it's only 3-star items, I take the emblems. The items, like the consumables at the bottom, I don't think are worth taking, in my opinion, because you use them up and they're gone. So I'd rather take something, a gift that keeps on giving, which is the emblems. But what do I want to take? I've been sitting on barbarian emblems. I have like maybe 400, and I just don't know who to put them on. I don't know if I should put them on Kage Barado, or if I should put them on second Gravemaker. Probably second Gravemaker makes the most sense, because I'll use him in war always. I might not have used him this time actually, but almost always do I use both of those Gravemakers in war, and the emblems do increase that dot damage, which makes him even better. So Paladin emblems, I have like 1,200 maybe, and have not chosen a third Paladin to put them on. I have Odin, and do I really have 1,200 Paladin emblems? I think I may have 1,000, but I have them on Odin and Heimdall. And I would love to get Costume Leonidas, and I would definitely max him with emblems. That would be a great addition to my yellow teams. So I think I have plenty of Paladin. I'm going to take the Barbarian emblems this time. Oh man, I guess I could have boosted shards just to get to the next level, but I'll open them later. So brings us up to 5 tabards, 5 rings, 5 darts. Getting close to being able to do a bunch again. What I wanted to see was emblems. 1,100 paladin emblems. Oh, only 383 barbarian emblems. So I'm waiting on some food and some decision making to decide where to put these things. So that's a wrap for the stream. Thank you guys for your luck with getting that tabard from 10A. My ex-team member Taylor joined your squad, top tier player. Well, thank you for donating, Taylor, to our team. No rings from shards today. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll keep working on this audio quality and we'll get this stream